We are live from Compton Family Ice Arena for the Hoosier Cup on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, presented by 10 Band TV. Alongside Dylan Ward, I am Max Anderson. We will have all the action for you here from Game 3 of 5 from the home of the University of Notre Dame's ice hockey program. This beautiful arena where we'll have Cathedral prep against Culver Academy here today. Dylan, with these two teams, Culver with a win guarantees themselves into the semifinal. Even with a loss, they have a pretty plausible scenario. Well, meanwhile, for Cathedral Prep, they come in 0-2, and this is their final game of the tournament, looking to get a win in the final matchup.
Well, Max, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Culver actually already has clinched because they are 2-0 so far. So even if they lose and end up 2-1, you got the Maple Grove side and Glenbrook North over at the other rink, and whoever wins that game will also be 2-1, but Culver's beaten them, which is the tiebreaker. So Culver's in. This game is just all about which of the four seeds they will be in that semifinal.
And taking a look at Culver Prep, a lot of high goal scorers, a lot of point getters, but it really starts with Joe Primiano, leading goal scorer for this Culver side, pacing on the season with 24 goals. He can really put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And just behind him is Hayden Stravov with 23, and he's got 48 points in total. You were just talking about, I believe, Kessler, 58 points in all, 24 goals, 34 assists, a plus-minus of 17. So thank you to Culver Academy. We usually don't have that plus-minus statistic available, but that's definitely an interesting one, and that's all in 32 games played. So long regular season for the Culver Academy Eagles. And as for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers in orange, if you were with us for our last game, they play in the same league as the Peters Township side, but they are in last place in that league with a 2-14-1 record.
So 15 minutes up on the clock. Of course, normally you see 17 minutes in high school hockey for tournament action here. You're only going to see 15 minutes up on the clock. Other than previously, benches being opposite each other here at University of Notre Dame's home hockey arena at Compton Family Ice Arena. A little bit of a quirk here is Culver's going to be the home team. Their bench will be right next to the penalty box. Meanwhile, Cathedral Prep will be to the near side of your camera viewing. Yeah, opposite the bench and the penalty area.
Excuse me, Max. You definitely don't see that a lot, not just at the high school level, but really in hockey as a whole. I mean, I've been around this sport for a long time, whether it be covering it or just, being entertained by it. And this is really the first time in any rink, local, professional, college, you name it, that I've seen the situation where the benches are opposite. So it's definitely interesting.
Getting the start in net for the Culver Eagles is Cooper Pumphrey, having himself an outstanding year. Only a freshman in net, but Cooper Pumphrey sporting 1.72 goals against average and an over 90% save percentage. So obviously a talented freshman and one they're going to see around Culver for years to come.
He's one of 7 freshmen on the squad, which, at this high school level usually you don't see, but with how great of a team Culver is, and to have all those freshmen, I mean, you said it perfectly, Max. Lots of good stuff to come in the near history.
Mentioned that the #1 team in the state of Illinois is, or I should say in the state of Indiana, is Culver, and we are underway. Taking the puck is Jake Pilkey for Cathedral Prep. Now in the corner, coming away with it is Matthias Sprickman. In the neutral zone, trying to play it into the offensive zone. Instead, back the other way comes Culver. Coming up the slot is Luke Petruso. Centering pass, sharp angle, deflects awkwardly out in front, and taken away by Ethan Cunningham. And gives way to Liam Nickerson. Nickerson checked off the puck as he enters the zone. No one back at the point for Cathedral. And Culver's just going to play it deep. Joe Primiano whacks it into the corner. He'll head to the bench. Bunch of fresh skaters on the ice for the White Sweaters. Mention the White Sweaters. That would be Culver Academy in white with the kind of maroon bottoms and helmets. Meanwhile, Cathedral Prep, here's a point-blank chance. Coming out in front, deflected. Still loose in between the hash marks. Turns and scores! That's Sam Watson. Gets the game's first goal just 70 seconds in.
Well, not a freshman. He is a junior on this Culver Academy team, but he gets the game opening goal, has 7 goals on the regular season, along with 18 assists, 25 points overall, and one of their top point getters in the double digits. Strikes first.
So right off the bat, would imagine is the heavily favored Culver Eagles strike first. Now breaking out 3-on-2. Here comes Culver entering the zone. Looked like it could have been offsides. Bottom of your picture here was Venable early. Didn't get called. Point blank chance. Follow-up chance again by Watson. Tried to get a second goal in about 20 seconds. Denied by starting netminder for Cathedral, Tanner Ball. He's just a sophomore himself in net, so a freshman on one end and a sophomore on the other in net.
Yeah, just mentioned 7 freshmen in this lineup. It's almost hard to believe, but according to the roster here, there's only 3 seniors in total on this Culver Academy Eagles side. Joe Premiano, who I heard you mention his name a couple of minutes ago, Jaeger Cole, and Harry Chang.
Here's a chance for Cathedral right into the chest of Pumphrey, and he'll take a face-off draw with 13-12 remaining in the first.
Cathedral Prep has got their fair share of freshmen on the roster as well. A grand total of 6 wearing orange sweaters. So it's kind of crazy to think about how both these two teams are absolutely littered with freshmen. And what an opportunity for a couple of these 14, 15-year-olds to skate on Notre Dame ice.
Now checked as he entered the zone was Theodore Schubert. Forcing it out is Cathedral. Will McBriar doing the dirty work along the far boards. Now getting checked as he handles the puck is Hagerman. Centering pass knocked down by a skate of Nick Curley. On comes McBride. McBride turns the puck over. Will McBriar tries to center the puck, not able to. A wild backhanded pass by Rylan Sorge to no one in particular, and away with it comes Cathedral. Here comes Culver. Enters the zone, now near circle, shoots, scores! Talon McBride, he's a freshman. He roofs a goal, and it's 2-0 Cathedral. Excuse me, 2-0 Culver.
Yeah, very quick start by the Culver Academy Eagles. That was a beautiful pass across. Here's the replay. Wide open was Talon McBride, and give him a one-on-one with the goaltender in net. That's going to be tough for anyone to stop.
So 2-0, just 3 minutes into the game, less than 3 minutes into the game. Culver looking to leave nothing unturned here in their final group play game, as Dylan mentioned earlier. Already through to the semifinal. They've punched their ticket. Now puck comes loose. Here comes Keegan Swizak. Has the puck roll off his stick. Centering pass. Here's a shot and a good save by Pumphrey. Nice wrist shot by Matthias Sprickman. One of those many freshmen in this game. Couldn't get it by the netminder and Pumphrey.
Cathedral Prep going to have their first look at an offensive zone faceoff right here.
Able to win it. Centering pass, no one there. Or at least Avery Ball was just a step too slow to get to it. Down the corner, centering pass, and able to clear. Cathedral settles it there, blue line. Carrying it in is Wagner. Now Premiano shoots, just misses the far post again. An active board behind both of these netminders. You saw that puck come right out in front. Now here's a chance for Cathedral, following it up, score! No, off the post. Thought it went off the interior of the net.
So did I, Max.
Looked like it must have gone off the inside of the pipe, or at least that's what the officials say. We're going to get a look at a replay here. You saw a shot out of a cannon. It was Avery Ball, catches up to that puck. Kind of hard to see there. Yeah, that does look like it went off the post and did not go in, so good call by the referee.
Yeah, that was If that was in and out in a hurry. But I didn't hear any iron, but pretty clearly hit the post after taking a peek at the replay.
So Cathedral tried to respond to the 2 quick goals from Culver. I wonder if a goal there could change the dynamic of this game. Culver coming right back. Getting the puck is Culver back at the point. That's Hagerman. He drops below, tries to get it on to Schubert. And spinning around. Here's Venable. He holds, he turns, gets it on to Hagerman. Hagerman shot deflected wide. Backhanded pass. That was a sharp pass. Couldn't be completed in front of the net. And coming with it, here's a shot, big save, and kept out. Away with it comes Joey Walter. Walter gives way to Sprickman. Sprickman goes all the way behind the net, gets checked off the puck. And trying to bring it around the boards is Luke Petrusu.
This Culver team is flying, man. Every pass is connecting. They are so fast out there. This is, I mean, just over 5 minutes into this contest. They've been a treat to watch.
Now checked in their defensive zone, turning the puck over, following it up is Alex Brown. His shot deflected up into the netting. Centering pass through the legs of McGarry and cleared by Culver. Dylan, it's our 3rd game of the day, and Game 2, we saw Peters punch their ticket to the semifinal. North Allegheny would have to lose by more than 3 goals not to make a semifinal spot in their 3rd game, which I don't think either of us expect. So could be looking at 3 of the first 4 finalists in the first 3 games. You're right, Dylan. Culver, very impressive early on versus Cathedral team.
Yeah, and of course our next game, GBS and Wayzata, that's another situation where the winner goes to the semi.
So chip deep. Culver centering pass back up top to Hagerman. Hurley just fires it down below the goal line, comes loose between the hash marks, but nobody home for the Eagles to put it home. And Hagerman steps in front of that one, activates in the offensive zone. McBride settles the puck. Yeah, the second goal. Here's another, shoots and scores! This time it's Theodore Schubert making it 3-0 with 8:52 left in the first period.
Beautiful pass to Schubert from behind the net. We'll take a look at the replay. They get that one behind the cage, and I believe that's Mac Frakes setting up Hubert, and shot from the exact same spot as Taylor McBride's goal. And here's another freshman on the score sheet in Schubert, 3-0.
So just 7 minutes into the game, similar to our last game where Peters jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead. Culver has done the same. Puck comes loose towards Ryan Sorge. His shot, and he takes a big check after the play. That's going to be a penalty against Culver.
Taylor McBride, the second goal scorer of this game, was the one who pushed him down. And yeah, good call, Max. That's an elbowing against Culver Academy. We'll take our first look at a power play by either team. It will belong to the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. So they'll get an opportunity while they're down by 3 to cut the margin down a little bit. They actually lead in shots on goal 6-5.
Pretty efficient for Culver. 3 goals on 5 shots thus far. Here's Cathedral trying to get started on the score sheet. That pass just past the reach of Alex Brown, and he'll have to reset the neutral zone. Hearing this is Culver. Now rink wide with some space is Sprickman. Sprickman tries the center, goes off the skate of a defenseman, trying to wrap around stuff attempt. And a couple of Culver Eagles there to deny that opportunity. Kept in just barely by the Big Ten logo. Here's a shot and into the basket of Pumphrey, who didn't like an extra whack from the stick of Josh Martin.
I think that Whack is actually going to draw another penalty. I saw the official's arm go up, and it's ready to call one, and yeah, it's going to go against Cathedral. So offsetting penalty, well, not offsetting, but now it's going to move to 4-on-4. Josh Martin guilty of that one, and so the power play gets cut short.
Oh no, Dylan, pretty soft penalty. If you're going to ask me, there's traffic in front of the net. That puck bounced up into the kind of the breadbasket of Pumphrey. Certainly wasn't completely secured. See, way worse than that not called. So any advantage that Cathedral might have erased with the 4-on-4 with 1:05 to go on that advantage. Now a shot deflected wide, comes around the back end to Sprickman. He's going to try to clear up the middle of the ice. Stepping in front is Nick Curley. He carries the puck into the Cathedral zone. Good stretch pass finds the stick of Eubank. Can't get much on that shot as he was pestered the entire way by the Culver Eagles.
Yeah, you know, I was just talking about how Culver, their passing game has been on point and their speed, and that only gets amplified here in a 4-on-4 situation. That is quite a short bench also for Culver, including the guy in the penalty box. I'll count that up if you want to keep going, Max.
Culver enters the zone just a touch off sides. As it was Venable just a touch late into the zone, so 31 seconds remain on the 4-on-4.
So just 14 skaters available for the Culver Academy Eagles, coached by Mike Payne, and plus a backup goaltender if you count 4 guys on the ice and 1 in the penalty box and the rest on the bench. So definitely a shorter bench for the Eagles, but seem to be having no problem with it.
No doubt have come out here and jumped all over this Cathedral prep team. Another struggle year here for Cathedral. Former state champions are the Ramblers, the 3-time Pennsylvania State 2A and 3A champions. They're 2019 Governor's Cup champions from Erie, Pennsylvania. Talented team, down year. Graduated a bunch of seniors last year. A little bit of rebuilding, but certainly a young team. Freshman, sophomore littered all over the Cathedral prep roster. We expect them to come back strong in the next couple of years. Below the goal line, waiting for it. Getting it back, a man advantage for another 19 seconds is Culver. Back to the point. Hagerman goes rink wide, stepping in front of it was Alex Brown, and cleared.
Back to 5-on-5, full strength for both teams.
So no goals scored on that man advantage for either side. 5-on-5 hockey commences. Touch pass from Josh Martin gets the puck into the zone for Cathedral. We'll go and get a few fresh bodies on the ice, so no offensive zone draw for the Ramblers. Well, making his way through the middle of the ice, just missing the stick of McBride. So he tries to track down that puck. Big body of Theodore Schubert in the neutral zone. He is an impressive size for a freshman, is 22 in white. Talented player for this Eagles team, turning the puck over. Here's McBride, centering pass, and it was the stick of Gabe Blunt that prevented another goal for Culver. Trying to activate from his defensive zone was Liam Nickerson. Trying to find a stretch pass, couldn't get to it. Now comes the Sorge. Sorge tries to play the puck along, quickly erased by a couple of Culver defensemen.
When we were just talking about 5 shots on goal in total for Culver Academy, that hasn't changed. Still 5 on the board, but here's a 2-on-1.
Here, 2-on-1 opportunity, but offsides is McBride as he got into the zone just a fraction of a second too soon.
That was close, Max, but I do agree with the linesman at the end of the day. You never want to see an offside, especially on an odd man rush, even more especially on a 2-on-1 where it's only 2 guys. You got to have a little bit better coordination on that zone entry.
Face off one by Culver. They'll play into the offensive zone. Touch pass, trying to get the puck along to Luke Petrusu. Now centering, but right into the hands of Matthias Sprickman. Now an awkward angle into the boards was Keegan Swizak. And settled with 3:40 to go. Up the middle of the ice, gets to Mickey Wagoner. So after Culver came out very quickly with 3 goals in the game's first 7 minutes, last 5 minutes have been scoreless. Comes back to the half wall, and Premiano, leading goal scorer, shoots, blockered away.
First shot on goal in a while for the Eagles.
Premiano maybe sensed that, and he just wanted to flick something on net towards the goal of Tanner Ball. Just to make sure he's still awake. Didn't want him falling asleep back there. Always be a threat, as they say on the ice. Premiano showed it there. During the zone, on comes Connor Eubank. Forced stuff attempt shot, and before the puck could go in, the goal comes off its moorings.
This game really flying by. I feel like there hasn't been very many whistles at all. We're already less than 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Like at the Cathedral Prep with the leading shot still 9-6, but it is Culver with the 3-0 lead at this point in the contest.
Kept in at the point by Wade. His shot blocked away right in front. Rebound opportunity. But Sprickman wasn't able to follow up. Back the other way comes Culver. Here's a shot easily blocked away. And that's going to be a penalty for roughing against Will McBriar.
Maybe our microphones are picking it up a little bit, but some of the parents up here around where we are absolutely not happy with that call. But now after we saw power play for both teams and a 4-on-4, now Culver will get another power play opportunity. 0 for 1 so far.
McBride, tape-to-tape passing, shoots, big save by Ball.
What a passing play right there.
Right off the draw, McBride gets it back at the point. He's locked up, eventually forced out. Short-handed now. Comes Josh Martin. Sam Watson steps in front of that. Comes loose between the hash marks and carried out. Minute 28 left on the power play for Culver. Skating wide, now dropping. Cross ice, near circle. Here's a shot blocked away. All had a good look at that. And a confident save after a rocky start for 47 in orange. Now top of the circle, far side, another big save for Ball on the one-timer. Another cross ice pass, tape to tape, backhanded shot, skips over the crossbar, and now holding the stick. And that's a good call. The referee was right in front of the referee. That's going to go against Sam Watson. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 55 seconds.
So for the second time in the game, a power play cut short. And like you said, Max, 4-on-4 for the 55 seconds. Then it'll be a 1 minute and 5 second power play for Cathedral. Plus, of course, there's another penalty while there's still somebody else in the box. Mark it down as an unsuccessful power play for Culver. They'll move to 0-2.
Face-off draw, won by Cathedral. One-time slap shot, deflected on its way to net. Goes wide. Down the corner, trying to clear it out. Comes Premiano. He's going to carry it out himself. He goes through a couple of Cathedral Prep Ramblers before he's spun around several times. Comes dangerously out in front of the net of Ball, but taken away by Sprickman. Here's Sprickman, carries, tries to go through the legs, but steered off the puck by Curley. Centering attempt, still loose side of the net. Now between the hash marks, losing his edge was Joey Walter, and cleared. Puck dropped down deep. Looking for a centering opportunity is Premiano, but he loses it below the goal line. Played off the boards and out by Walter. Now comes Taylor. Logan Taylor skates wide. Steered off the puck by Cron. Side of the net. That's going to be cleared by Culver. Now on the power play for the remaining 20 seconds of this period. Barring a goal is Cathedral. Left for Liam Wade. He skates wide. He's got a couple of guys heading towards net, but his centering pass was knocked down. Now 6 seconds to go and cleared by Culver. And that will do it for the first period. The first period, while shots on goal show 11-11, completely controlled by Culver Academy. And after one, they lead 3-0.
No doubt about it, Max. And, you know, for Culver Academy, they did have that stretch without a shot on goal. But, you know, you still have a feeling that it was the Eagles outplaying the Ramblers.
So we're going to take a quick timeout, catch our breath, come back with second period action in just a couple of moments here on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, presented by 10band.tv. Thanks, appreciate that.
Really impressed.
Welcome back live to Compton Family Ice Arena alongside Dylan Ward. I'm Max Anderson. One period of play completed between Culver Academy Eagles and the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. It was all Culver in the first period. 3 goals in the first 7 minutes. Settled down there in the last part of the period, Dylan. No more after the 8-minute mark of the first period, but Culver really buzzing all over the ice.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Cathedral with only 10 more seconds here of power play time, but we're back to 5-on-5. And yeah, you're right, Max. It has been Culver with domination so far.
Game 3 of 5 here today. You'll see right here at Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Keep checking back. We'll also have the semifinals and finals tomorrow of the 6th annual Hoosier Cup. Certainly the Culver Academy Eagles feel as though they have a chance to be that winning team, and that big slap shot takes a piece out of the Culver Eagle, hit him right in the wrist. That was a heavy shot from the point from Gabe Glunt.
Yeah, and you know, for Humphrey, that's really the first save I've seen him make in this game where he had to make a pretty decent effort to stop that puck from crossing the line. While he has faced 12 shots on goal and hasn't allowed a goal on those 12 shots, they've all been relatively easy chances, but that puck looked to have eyes.
It. We're the Ramblers. Now an awkward pass through the feet of Charlie McBriar, and we're going to have another penalty. It's going to be a trip.
The side, very clear trip against Culver's Sam Watson. He had the first goal of the game, and now he'll have a seat for 2 minutes.
2-minute power play. Cathedral really could use one here if they want to get back in this game. Good keep from Cathedral. That shot just misses the glove of Pumphrey. No, not able to clear. Here's Sprickman. Flex that chance into the corner. That puck rides the rail and cleared all the way down into the Cathedral end. Cathedral from their own end. Logan Taylor carries below the goal line. Good active stick from Blaine Cron, but not able to clear. Kept in at least for the moment. Awkward deflection. Has a man back door, couldn't get it back to Taylor. He was wide open in the slot, just couldn't get him the puck. Comes bouncing to Pumphrey. He'll take a whistle with 12:49 left in the second period, and 1-0.
Solid PK here for the Culver Academy Eagles. And this is Cathedral Prep's third power play of the game, and now looks like the face-off going to go all the way down into Cathedral's end. I'm sure the reason why.
I saw the signal from the linesman being puck played by a high stick. Didn't see it myself, but we'll take the linesman's word for it. Now swung across, Curley for Culver. He's going to shoot, deflected, scores! To 21, Hugo Larios is going to get credit for the goal there.
Yeah, shorthanded goal by the Eagles. It was a seeing eye shot from the point, and as you pointed out, the deflection, kind of hard to tell on the replay, but I definitely saw what you saw, and well, now it's 4.
4-0 our score with 12:38 to go here in the second period. All afternoon. Puck comes loose. Now 38 to go on the power play. Cathedral trying to get something going. If you didn't know any better, you might think Culver was on the power play the way they've controlled the puck. Cathedral finally able to get some possession. Now turning and looking. Here's a shot blocked in front by Luke Petrusu. Seen Culver do a really good job of that thus far, preventing shots in on net. Bunch of blocked shots for the Eagles. Well, behind the goal is Martin. That clearance attempt by the Eagles completed successfully, and that will be the end of the power play. We're back to full strength.
There's been lots of power play opportunities in this game by really either team.
And deflection would have been an own goal as it was off the stick of Jaeger Cole. Don't technically have that stat in hockey the way you do in soccer, but it certainly was off the stick of Cole, and we're going to have another penalty, a cross check, and it's going to go against Braden McGarry. Excuse me, I misidentified there. That's Gabe Glunt.
Yeah, you could see it. It was right up against the boards. Behind the play, I witnessed the entire thing. Fair penalty to assess. Just cross-checked the Culver guy into the boards. I mean, pretty straightforward. You can't get away with that.
So with 11:13 here remaining in the second period, already trailing 4-0 is Cathedral. They're going to have to kill off a power play from Culver. Here's a shot right into the chest of Ball. And they'll take a draw with 1:52 remaining on the power play.
Well, Culver was able to score a shorty. You got to think that they're able to manage a power play goal. But Max, this is their third man advantage of this game so far. Still kind of early, and they're 0 for 2.
Now, D-to-D pass comes back to Curley. He drops beside circle. McBride all the way across to the top of the point. Now top of the circle is Hagerman. That shot wide of the net. Big wind up trying to clear it, but kept in by Curley. Curley keeps the puck, goes around one man. Looking for an angle. He's below the goal line. He stops. Puck comes bouncing out into the middle of the ice, but no one from Culver able to get a stick on it. Now Cathedral shorthanded. If they can win this race, not going to be able to is Hagerman. Covers for his defenseman. And with 1:10 left here on the power play, Culver comes up. Here's McBride. He'll skate wide. He's got a goal already on the game. He looks. He's going to shoot. Sharp angle. I think it went off the stick handle of Ball and deflects into the corner. He makes another pad save into the corner. And carrying it out is Alex Brown. Brown loses the puck off his stick. Goes around one man. Backhanded shot over the goal. Cathedral trying to be aggressive here, shorthanded as they trail by 4. Certainly can't afford to give one up, but if they can find one, narrow the lead to 3. Here's another opportunity, but again, aggressive out of his net was Pumphrey to prevent that shorthanded opportunity.
Really like Pumphrey's playing style. I love when the goalie is aggressive like that.
He's big, he's aggressive, not waiting for much. Here's a chance. The stick comes back to the point in Cron. Cron goes D to D, finds Larios. This shot deflects into the corner. Again, coming up with it, with that being the expiration of the power play. Back to 5-on-5 as Glunt hustles to get back into the play for Cathedral. Centering pass just not quite in the shooting wheelhouse and cleared.
We're now still less than halfway through this game, and these two teams are coming to play. That's 0 for 3 for each side.
Good touch pass comes. Here's a shot and into the chest. And a face-off draw to the left of Ball.
And the game still pretty wide margin on the score sheet, 4-0. But in terms of the shots on goal, we're still pretty close. We got a 16-13 shot on goal ratio in favor of Culver.
8:49 to go in the second period. Face-off draw to come to and into the neutral zone. Coming away with it is Jaeger Cole. 8:30 to go in the second. Culver with a 4-0 lead. Blunt tries to clear it, kept in. Here's a shot saved. An athletic save there to keep it 4-0. Back the other way comes Cole. He slows, he shoots, placard away. Following it up is Mickey Wagner. Comes out in front across the crease. No one from Culver can get a stick on it. Here's Petrusu back to the point. Hagerman drops to Petrusu. Side of the net. Stuff opportunity goes across the crease. But no Eagle could finish it. Another stick goes flying. And cleared by Cathedral. Hagerman finds a stick. Delayed penalty coming against Culver, so going to get another chance with the man advantage is Cathedral after this puck is touched. And another power play opportunity for the men in orange. It's Mickey Wagner.
He's going to be guilty of slash right there. So he's going to have a seat for 2 minutes. And, you know, the theme of the first game, Max, was the well, I'm forgetting the theme of the first game, but the theme of the second game was the flying sticks. The theme of this one is penalties. Oh, I guess the theme of the first one was penalties, but we said it was poorly called penalties.
Yeah, there was some interesting ones. We saw two. I don't know that I've ever seen bad mouth penalties in the first period of a hockey game.
Especially at the high school level, too.
It's just not something you see very often. Can't say that I've ever seen in my now going on 6 years of broadcasting high school hockey. So Cathedral going to see if they can take a bite into the lead, but an errant pass, that's going to be icing against Cathedral. That's something you just can't have happen. Dylan, you mentioned that. I don't remember if it was this broadcast or the one before about two things you can't have on a power play. It's offsides and icing. And Cathedral's guilty of icing.
Yeah, you know, when you're on the power play, you don't want to ice the puck. You don't want to ice the puck in general, but it just hurts a little bit more while you have the man advantage. You know, the other team is the team that becomes allowed to ice the puck all the way down.
Last time when they were shorthanded, they had an offensive zone draw, did Culver, and they turned it into a goal. Weren't able to do it there, but it's not like that's a walk in the park if you're Cathedral either. They got to wait to clear the zone. Now coming away with it is Sprickman. He carries in cross ice to Eubank. Dropped in behind. And going to be cleared by Culver. 58 to go here on the power play. Smooth move by Sprickman around one. Forward for Culver. Stopped there by Petrusu. Trying to find the far side point in Brown. and turned over. Now Culver looking to go shorthanded. Just misses the stick of Petrusu, and he'll head off the ice for some fresh legs. 22 to go here on the power play for Cathedral. Turning, shooting, getting a deflection, but right into the pads of Pumphrey off that shot. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Stopping and turning is Eubank. Trying to center the puck as Cathedral can't find a centering pass. And cleared.
One thing I really like about Culver Academy is, like on their penalty kill, is that you don't see, I mean, they just cleared it there, but you see them look for chances to score goals shorthanded. Usually shorthanded goals in hockey are kind of just, you know, they develop based on the situation, but they actively look to rush into the opposing end of the ice, even while shorthanded.
And they don't have a stat on their team's website regarding shorthanded goals, Dylan, but I would imagine they've got several throughout the season. They are as aggressive on the penalty kill as I think any team we've seen so far here today. It's clearly a confident group and going to take advantage at every moment that they can. He's centering pass right in between the hash marks. Not sure how that pass made it. Full strength is Culver. That play just a touch off sides. Whistle blows with 4:30 to go in the second period.
I would have to say that Cathedral Prep has definitely had a better second period than they did first period, but overall, it's still the Culver Academy Eagles controlling the game as a whole. And, you know, they had 3 goals in the first, just 1 here in the second. Still some time left on the clock, but they seem to be marching their way to a win.
Culver back to settle the puck. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Offsides if anyone from Cathedral touches it. They won't. Instead, it'll be Hagerman with a ton of space up the left wing. Hagerman carries, shoots, fought off by Ball. Played into the corner. That's where Liam Wade takes over. He misses the body, and that will go far enough for an icing. With 3:50 to go, back down into the Cathedral end.
Cathedral Prep is looking for anything right now, but they've iced the puck so many times in the last couple of minutes of game action on the game clock that, you know, they're just going to need to find a way to come up ice and enter the zone cleanly.
Yeah, right now they're just playing a very defensive game. Of course, in high school hockey, you don't get penalized with having to keep the same guys on the ice. Here's a point-blank chance for Primiano, and just had the puck roll off his stick. Trying to play the puck behind the boards. Again, a centering pass. A shot fought off by Ball. Still loose. And shot by Mickey Wagoner. Now another shot deflected and scores. That makes it 5-0 Culver with 3:25 to go in the second.
Yeah, I have no idea, Max, who's going to get credit for this goal. Watch this deflection. That takes a crazy bounce. It came off the stick of Cull.
It might have been Petrusu in front. I think that might have been number 8 that got the deflection. A little bit tough to tell, but get the official scoring between periods and let you know.
Plan. There you go. Just throw the puck to the net if you're Culver. I mean, only 20 shots on goal and 5 across the line.
Good things happening for the Culver Academy Eagles. Comes all the way back below the goal line, keeping it in. Is Avery Ball. Now Sprickman. Puck comes loose, and Culver's able to clear. 2:48 remaining here in the second. On comes Culver. Got a man coming up the slot. That was Theodore Schubert looking for another goal. Doesn't get the pass he was looking for, Hagerman. Instead now
nothing. May feel impossible on the bench and out there on the ice, but really, you never know. You have 14 shots on goal, which is only 6 less than Culver Academy. And here at this offensive zone faceoff, I'm looking for a bigger press from Cathedral Prep. They may be out of the tournament in terms of mathematically being eliminated, but you can't go down without a fight.
Gotta start with one, right? You gotta start with one goal. Most coaches aren't gonna sit here and say 5-0. We can come back easily, but you gotta start with one goal, start playing hockey the right way. Getting puck into the zone, cycling the puck, making Culver work a little bit harder on the defensive end. You mentioned it, Dylan. Their entire strategy has been dump and chase. Hasn't really worked out. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity, trying to get it across. But tripping as he did was Braden McGarry. McGarry trying to make something happen. One of the biggest bodies out on the ice for Cathedral. Now it's pinned against the boards right on the blue line. So popped in and out of the zone for offsides.
Referee wasted no time blowing the whistle there. I could not see the puck. I'm not sure if he blew the whistle due to offsides or just it being pinned up against the boards, but you usually see the officials at the high school level let them play it out and find the puck. So you're probably right, Max, offside. Neutral zone face-off here with 1:44 left in the second.
Face-off one by Culver. Back in their own zone. Playing the puck is Hugo Glorious. Comes free. Here's a shot off the blocker into the netting. And an offensive zone draw for Culver to come. Mentioned Culver Academy. They were the 2021 Indiana 5A state champions. They are 30-time state champions in the state of Indiana, just an hour south of where we are here right now in South Bend. This is Culver, Indiana.
They've won 5 straight, including that too. All the way dating back to 2017. There hasn't been a year since 2016 they weren't Indiana's best.
And then they won 4 in a row from 2011 to 2014 as well. So just a hockey powerhouse here in the state of Indiana is Culver Academy. This clearance attempt, it's not going to be played by Pumphrey. So an icing coming back down to the Cathedral end.
Just a little over a minute here in the second period. You got to wonder what kind of Cathedral team is going to come out of the locker room following this intermission. See what kind of mindset they put towards, maybe coming back. You don't expect them to visually give up in the third period, but it's going to be interesting to see how they treat the third.
Here's a sharp angle, backdoor, backhanded shot kept out by Ball. He's sprawled out in net. He's certainly not giving up, to Dylan's point. 42 seconds to go here in the second period. Gabe Glunt tries a stretch pass. Stepping in front, stopping that was Jaeger Cole. This clearance is going to go all the way down the ice, but no icing. Cole's going to play it off the boards, gets it to Hagerman. Hagerman with a smooth move around one defenseman. Now just 10 seconds left here in the second period. Culver looks happy to go into the ice cleaning at that 5-0 mark. Now last second chance, winds up, shoots. Pumphrey fights that off. So after 2 periods, a 5-0 Culver Academy lead. It's been all Eagles so far through 2 periods.
Yeah, at the beginning of this period, the Ramblers looked to make a little push towards the end there, but really it was still Culver dominating that first and second period. We'll see what both these teams have for us in the third.
So after 2 periods, 5-0 Culver leads. We're going to take a timeout, let the ice get clean, come back with third period action in just a few minutes right here on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, presented by 10band.tv. Alongside Dylan Ward and Max Anderson, we'll take a timeout, come back with third period in just a couple of minutes. Live to third period action here from Compton Family Ice Arena. Alongside Dylan Ward, I'm Max Anderson. 5-0 Culver Academy leads after 2 periods, completely dominating this game in all facets. Cathedral Prep has had a couple of power play opportunities to try to narrow up on the power play. It's just been a rough game for the Ramblers thus far.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And you know, if you haven't been watching this game, the scoreboard is enough to tell you that. It's 15 minutes left here. If Cathedral has any chance to come back and even just at the very least tie this game, they're going to need a goal every 3 minutes and to not allow a Culver goal. Also, just wanted to confirm that, Max, you were exactly right. Luke Petrusu did get the tip on that 5th Culver Academy goal, so he gets credit for that one. And also jersey number 23 out there is actually Russell Wilkinson. So if you're a Culver fan and you're used to Wilkinson in jersey number 18, he forgot his jersey, so he's wearing a buddies.
As apt to happen here in high school hockey. Don't have equipment managers, it's self-equipment manager, and 14 through 18-year-olds never quite know how they're going to wake up, and apparently Wilkinson forgot his jersey.
No big deal. At least there's no names on the back, so you know, you don't get you just have a wrong number, not the wrong name.
Right off the draw, shot slapped right into the glove of Cooper Pumphrey. Mentioned at the outside of the broadcast, sparkling numbers for number 1 in net for Culver. Better than 170 goals against average now, trending towards lowering that number. Over 90% save percentage, also trending up.
Couple of whistles here in the first 25 seconds.
Announcer's jinx. Just 2 seconds go off the clock before another stoppage. 14:31 left in the third. Game 3 of the 5-game slate here today. Coming up next, we've got another game to determine a semifinalist between Glenbrook South out of the Chicago area and Wayzata for another semifinal spot. This pass through the neutral zone, deflected away by Wilkinson. He'll rifle the puck on. He'll get it right back. He goes around 2 defenders. Puck rolls off his skin. Centering pass by new goaltender Devin Davichow, the senior, getting an opportunity here after inner ball. Gave up 5 goals in those first 2 periods. So Chow going to get a chance to play here on this beautiful ice surface here at Compton Family Ice Arena, Notre Dame hockey.
Sure, he wishes there was a different reason that he gets called in to play on here, but nevertheless, no matter what age level you are, it's got to be an honor to play on that ice surface.
There's Venable, drops it to Trusu, now up top to Cron, tries to center the pass, deflected away, and on comes Sorge. Centering pass, he's got a breakaway, backdoor stole! He can't believe it. He thought for sure he had a goal. I certainly thought he had a goal.
So did I, Max. We'll have to take a look at the replay.
Breakaway opportunity for Tucker Kinnear. And I thought he absolutely scored that goal. The referee immediately signaled no goal. So we stayed 5-0.
It's the second time we've seen a post shot be called no goal. Started back in their own end.
Tough to see at that replay angle.
Yeah, we don't have 17 cameras scattered around the rink like they do for Notre Dame home games. Sure, would have had a great look if we had one of their cameras available.
Puck comes bouncing out. Here comes Culver Academy with some speed. Primiano shoots. Big save And his first real threat on net from Davichow with 12:58 left here in the third.
That is a big save, Max. You're exactly right. Grab or anything because you
Offensive zone chance instead comes all the way to Permiano. Just deflects it down ice and we'll head to the bench. On comes McBride as he enters the zone, centering pass, bouncing far circle. Wilkinson couldn't handle it there. Back the other way comes Martin. Martin's checked off the puck as soon as he enters the zone. And Hagerman D-to-D. No Acme from his defensive spot. Crosses center ice. I think he hit the linesman. The linesman gives him an earful. He was not happy getting hit by that puck. Can't blame him. It'll be a contact sport for the officials in hockey. Probably the most exposed of any sports referees.
Yeah, they have nowhere to step out of bounds like you see in football, basketball, even baseball. They're right there in the closed rink.
Centering pass deflected. Try to clear it. Now turning and firing it toward net was McBride. Winding up and whiffing on that pass attempt was Will McBriar for around with 10:19 left in the third.
I think there's going to be an interference call there behind the goal line. Yeah.
It's going to be an interference call, like you said. Going to go against Culver, so back to the power play is Cathedral.
0 for 4 on the power play tonight are the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. They've had a couple of good looks, but the Culver penalty kill has just been absolutely outstanding thus far. Lots of great stuff from them, and they are the reason that the Ramblers have been held to 0 for 4. But hey, the Ramblers are due for a goal, so let's see if they can do it on this time.
Not able to get the face-off draw. Comes all the way in behind Humphrey. So scramble quickly back to his net as it got to Sprickman. Now stick snapped from Martin. Going to lead to an odd man opportunity. Martin can't head to the bench. He's got to go without a stick back in the defensive zone to slow down Culver. Oh, he's got his two hands wet. Backdoor chance, not able to get much on it. Was Hugo Larios.
I like the idea, but yeah, you said it, Max. Just didn't get all of it. There's another power play icing.
And at that time, you kind of understand why they took the power play icing. I'm willing to excuse that on the Cathedral side.
I'll go let them know.
As they had a player without a stick. Bad break on the power play. Hate to see that for Cathedral, still in search of that first goal.
Yeah, starts to become more unlikely for them to come back as every second winds down. Now less than 10 minutes to play in the third. Culver hasn't scored, though, in the third, so that's one good sign if you're Cathedral Prep.
We're going to get another penalty. I believe we're going to get a penalty. I thought that was the signal I saw.
Yeah. Skating to the bench right now for Culver is Adam Hagerman. He's going to have a seat for 2. I did not see the signal from the referee, and I didn't see the play either, but now we're going to have a 2-man advantage, which we saw a couple of those in the last game. That was Peters Township and Sylvania Northview. But now, I mean, hey, listen, if Cathedral's going to get a goal, now is the time.
And now a shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Culver and McBride. He skates, he shoots, big save, glove save. On the 5-on-3 from Davichow.
Wow, you don't see a shorthanded opportunity while you're 2 men down that often and of that high quality. Culver They were able to poke that away, and then Primiano, as you were talking about, Max, clean breakaway, but a nice glove save.
Primiano going to try to waste some time here. He turns it over. Now it's going to be 2-on-1 for Cathedral if they hurry. Primiano able to back, but an errant pass. And he's able to clear. 30 seconds remain for the 2-minute. Oh, none of the Cathedral players in front of the net able to play that puck, and cleared. That'll do it for the 2-man advantage. Now a minute left on the man advantage for the Ramblers. Turned over again, taken away and dropped deep for Cathedral. Culver still trailing a man on the ice, up 5 on the scoreboard, trying to preserve the shutout with 7:45 to go. Now 25 seconds. That pass misses the stick of Matthias Sprickman as he came up the ice. And now in the corner, bad play. Leaves it to a Culver Eagle and wastes some more time on this power play. Just disjointed here with the man advantage for Cathedral. And Humphrey's going to drop his glove on it and take a whistle with 5 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, 7 minutes and some change here in the third period. You can kind of tell just by watching this that not just the Culver Eagles, but also the Cathedral Prep Ramblers sort of just waiting for this game to be done with. You know, barring a huge Cathedral comeback, I mean, even if they do come back, their fate is set, which is elimination from this tournament. Still would be cool to see, but pretty unlikely at this point in the contest. And yeah, Cathedral's just getting ready to head home and back to school on Monday. Culver's got different plans at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Them come into the, or maybe it's a 6-goal difference in certain parts. I know in Illinois it's a 5-goal difference in the third period, and sometimes you also see them not go into their locker rooms. They did that here, so just keep playing. Oh, there's a third post of the game.
Cathedral just can't find the back of the net. Now breaking out with it is Schubert. He carries wide of the circle. Locked in front. Waiting for it was Wilkinson. Never got to him. Braden Sprickman, his pass errant, taken away by Culver Eagle.
Might update our viewers out there at this point in the contest. Even though Cathedral Prep was leading the shots on goal for the most of the first period and a little bit through the second. It is Culver who has the 5-0 lead, springing ahead in that category by a 26-18 count.
Now here's a shot right from the slot, fought off by Pumphrey. Maybe the best scoring chance all game. A wide open Sprickman between the hash marks, couldn't bury it.
Yeah, and it was a nice shot off the stick. And Pumphrey just barely was able to get a body on that, getting a piece of it and deflecting it up into the protective netting. Another face-off here in this zone. Final 5 minutes here. They need a goal a minute, Max.
Don't think I've ever seen that. No, here's a stretch pass. Goes all the way across ice. Stopping, handing off to Hagerman. He shoots, good save. And trying to escort the puck out, but kept in by the Eagles. Now Hagerman tries to turn and dump. He'll go for a change. Under 4.5 to go here in the third period. It's been all Culver Academy. Just desperate to clear the puck of the zone. It's not going to reach far enough for icing, so we'll play on. Below the goal line. Culver having a little bit of trouble handling the puck. See if Cathedral can take advantage. To this point, kept scoreless. Now rink wide pass goes over the stick of Petrusu. Dylan updated you earlier. He got himself a goal here today. Off that deflection.
They've already been on their way to the semifinals since their name to keep riding and keep making a push to win the Hoosier Cup and be the first team not from Illinois to win this tournament in its 6-year existence.
Culver looks as good as any. Here's a point-blank shot from Permiano. We're going to get a penalty behind the play against Cathedral. That's going to be offsetting. And that was Miggy Wagner, who, as he was instructed, he had a penalty. Saluted the referee.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
I think he understood what he did. Understands they're up 5-0, not the most consequential penalty, and will take a scene alongside Braden Sprickman, also guilty of roughing. And now they're kind of jawing at each other in the box.
Well, now Cathedral's going to get their 5th power play opportunity. Oh, excuse me, that's going to be offsetting penalties.
That should be a penalty against Culver, and it will be.
Oh.
It's going to be Hagerman for interference. So they will get that power play opportunity after all.
Yeah, now skating towards the box. I said it, Max, Hagerman. And now this is going to be all game long the 8th power play combined by these two teams. And both teams are a combined 0 for 7. That would be 0 for 4 coming into this man advantage for Cathedral Prep.
Tied up off the face-off draw and cleared by Culver. Cathedral just looking for something to take home at this point. Love the opportunity for Pumphrey. Outstanding freshman. Very impressed with him in net all game for Culver Academy.
No doubt about it.
Here's a shot to flex into the corner. Keegan Swiezak getting an opportunity on to go. If they can find something, Avery Ball has forced the puck in. Around one man's Nickerson. He snaps and turns. Tries to create some space. It's the puck to Ball to in front. Cleared out of trouble. Here's Glunt. Hands off. Here's a shot towards net. Looking for a backhanded follow-up from Connor Eubank. Never got it, and that puck skied into the seats with 1:42 in the game and 36 on the power play for Cathedral.
Yeah, Cathedral prep, you know, they're hoping nothing so far, and you better believe that these Eagles are going to keep pulling for him to finish out the game with nothing on the goals allowed category. We have a 0 goals against average in this game alone.
He's looking to keep that number up. An outstanding game for his Eagles side. Trying to ruin the day. Come the Ramblers looking for a deflection in front. Joey Walter had a stick on the ice, couldn't get a piece of it. The clank of the stick. Now a chance right off the penalty kill. That time it was Blaine Cron trying to find the 6th goal. We're under a minute to go here in the third. And securing the 2nd semifinal spot will be the Culver Academy Eagles. Puck will get far enough for icing with 35 seconds to go.
Now you just wait a half minute. Offsetting penalties have expired, so both players will return to the game for these last couple seconds. But it's pretty much going to do it, Max.
So we'll wait to see on exact seating. Certainly depends on what happens the rest of this evening. We know Peters and Culver are through. North Allegheny is likely to be through. Here's a shot following it up. Still going after the net. Or the Eagles with 22 to go. We'll get a whistle.
Yeah, you said it. Peters and, of course, Culver right here. GBS and Wazada are going to battle next. And upon further review, I don't believe that's a win or go home situation. Might have breakers. I know that they use that points per period model that you don't see a lot of other places, and get maybe more explanation on that soon.
Here's a sharp angle shot with 10 seconds to go. Fought off by Davichow. And the final seconds ticking off the clock. Culver Academy going to move to 3-0. They're going to be a semifinalist. And they are through to the Final Four. Final score 5-0. All Culver Academy here tonight.
Cathedral Prep or a fan of Cathedral Prep. Culver just comes in. We were listing all those state championships. #1 team here in their home state, playing on ice of their own home turf. You know, they just came into this tournament, and a 3-0 group stage is probably exactly what these guys were expecting to make happen.
So that will do it for us for this broadcast. I want to thank you for joining us. Of course, Todd Kozarowski doing an excellent job on the technicals. Alongside Dylan Ward, I am Max Anderson. Thank you for joining us here for Game 3 of this 5 games here on this Sunday afternoon. Game 4 coming up in just a few minutes. Glenbrook South versus Wayzata coming up right here on the Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, presented by 10band.tv. Join us in just a couple of minutes for the next puck drop.